What was the main thrust of what was being discussed in there? What were the main points you hope the audience will take away with them?
Well, I think that it was a panel about mergers and acquisitions, what's been happening in the last 5 years in the industry with consolidation, the impact of private equity. I was representing, I guess, the supplier side, and we had, Jim Allen from Hard Rock representing, and Mattis from Olympic representing the European and global perspectives on the operator side. So it was really the impact of what private equity's had on the industry, the desires it has, and the opportunities going forward, and lessons learned.
And how exciting a time has it been to be in that side of the business?
Exciting, unbelievably. The last few years have been great change. There's been consolidation, obviously, on both sides of the industry and in all different parts of the world. Maybe a little bit less in Europe than there has been, say, in America and globally, but that's an opportunity for the future, and that was part of the message that there's lots of different opportunities. Technology's changing always. The needs of customers, they've always got to look after your consumers, your customers. And, that's one of the opportunities that's out there for rationalisation, consolidation and growth.
When looking to grow a business, what are the sort of main criteria that you're looking for?
Well, I think you need to have your own strategy, and you need to work out what would make sense for your business and how you want to grow it. But clearly you want to have a positive EBITDA, cash flow business. You need to have, if you've got a gap in your strategy and you want to fill it, it may be for a quick mover. It may be, like we just bought NYX, which positions us very well for the any kind of sports marketing or sports betting that happens in the US. So, that was a strategic decision to buy that. Every little acquisition or big acquisition has a little piece of the puzzle that it's trying to fill.
And is private equity coming to the party a bit late, or has it always been there?
Well, I think private equity, is a new global phenomenon. It's in the past, we've had big banks who've lent to public companies or whatever, and I guess the last 15 years, private equity, there's so much money coming into the system that private equity has been doing a phenomenal job of investing, getting a good return and turning over assets. So, I think they've been in the business relatively the same time they have in other businesses in many respects, but I think also this is a very different business, and some of them are learning different lessons, and whether they want to be in it or not, it's up to them, but I think it's the way of the future in many ways.
Finally then, can you just tell me what you think of ice? How important is ice to this industry?
I love ice. I've always come to ice. I remember when we were at Earl's Court and the casino part of the industry was stuck upstairs in an area probably the size of this little room here, and then we sort of inverted and it became bigger. In many ways, G2E became a much bigger show, and now ICE has caught it, and I think part of that is the great technology that's on offer here. This is really as much a interactive, online, it covers all the different types of markets around the world, whereas a lot of the other markets, a lot of the other shows are very market specific. And so I like coming here to see some of the technological trends in their rawest forms.
Great. Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Thank you.